Friends, the day commences relatively cool. Love that. A little bit of moisture in the air. Perfect hero dirt conditions, hopefully. Starting the day with some bike park shenanigans. My friend Nick, visiting from Ontario. This thing is a bus, so turning it around is... Now, Nick has been saying he hasn't been riding his mountain bike at all this year, but I think he's probably ridden it a lot, and he's sandbagging because he wants me to not be prepared, and then competition, and you know where I'm getting at with this. Climb one, done. Nick is really laying it on thick just how much he's sandbagging. Here, let's see if we can... Look, he's pretending. Anyway, this being Nick's first time here, we're gonna do the flow trail first, which will bring us all the way back down to the bottom. Nick, plug your company in the video, would you?
No, too tired.
Pool Woodworks, cabinetry. Nick thinks he'll be a minute behind me. I gave him 40 seconds. If I'm going as fast as possible, getting everything right. We'll see what happens. It's loose up at the top. So that was 5 minutes and 10 seconds. Here comes Lucas. Well, that's 35 seconds. See, he's not even that far behind. 1 minute. Man, this shock is so hot. It's like hot. You could boil an egg on that.
It's warm, that's for fucking sure.
Man. Someone asked, like, does the shock get hot on that? And I was like, no, I don't think so. And then I put my leg against it. It was like riding a motorbike, burning yourself on the exhaust. Works good. Pretty good, right?
That was so fun, man.
It's pretty amazing.
I was sick. I was getting tired though, man.
As obvious as it is, the more laps, the more seat time that I put in on this bike, the better and better my understanding, for one, but also my riding keeps getting. That's completely unsurprising, but it is something that I'm really enjoying. I am absolutely loving the process of continuing to ride on this thing and actually tinker with, change settings, trying to remember what some of the stuff was, and understanding the differences that it's making on the trail, because it's just not something that I ever did before. And now that it is set up a little more and a little less bucking bronco, it's actually kind of giving me a little bit more comfort to like mess with riding in a pair of Chrome Industries slip-on shoes. I have never ridden mountain bikes in slip-on shoes before because I'm generally concerned about my feet blowing off and hitting rocks. But also, the sponsor of today's video, Bombast Socks, cannot go unnoticed for the ability to go ride mountain bikes in slip-ons as well. Yeah, I actually find slip-on shoes do move around on your foot quite a bit, and it will lead to blisters on the back of your foot. But these Bombast Socks, these are the running versions. They're a little thicker in the back and made from the best, most comfortable materials in the world. Therefore, protection is there, and you don't feel any pain as the shoe moves around on your foot. So good. And you can try Bombast Socks like me for 20% off if you enter code SPIN20 at checkout. And you can feel good about it, of course, because Bombast donates 1 article per 1 article sold to a community in need. I am curious if I'll find the limit of this rear shock anytime soon. I know I mentioned that it's getting hot, but I actually don't notice a difference in performance as it goes down, as I go down a trail. So maybe someone in the comments below who knows a lot about like suspension performance and whatnot can give like a rundown of what'll happen if I keep riding it and feeling it get that hot. Or I will find out firsthand, but it'd be cool to have like a warning or like an idea of what is gonna happen. It's really nice to have this new learning challenge, getting better at riding, better at the mechanics, better understanding of everything. Big time nerd, I just get bored easy. Okay. 2 things. Yes, I know this bar end is missing. I thought I had bar ends in here, but I don't. So, because I ride this bike so much more than the other ones, I'm just gonna steal these nice ODI red ones from the Trifox. And now that this is closed off, you can stop saying I'm gonna take a core sample of myself, because that grosses me out and I don't like reading it in the comments. So that was one. That was a really easy solution. Number 2, and I'm not entirely sure if this is like a good or a bad thing just yet, but that dang thing right there, and riding it so often, especially like an hour outside of town, has started to give me the motivation. Motivation might not actually be the correct word. Impulse decision making might be a more accurate description of what I've started here. But wanting to ride more mountain bikes generally requires a car that actually, you know, kind of works decently. So I thought I would just cut this all out and just quickly and easily replace it with like little clamped together pieces of exhaust pipe. I went to the store and I was like, did a couple drawings. I laid under the car and I was like, yeah, this should work. I'll get a bunch of extra pieces of pipe. As you can see, good amount of pipe there. Obviously, just thinking the clamping and piping route was gonna work, didn't. The welder is out. I did manage to goop together 2 pieces that are under the car right now. It's just attaching the rest of it all has proven to be mildly infuriating. Hence this being shot over a couple days, because when I got back from mountain biking, I don't know, I tried to reverse psychology myself into thinking that I could get it done in 8 hours. It's like, okay, I can probably do this before dark. Knowing and trying not to convince myself that it's gonna be a 20-minute job. I knew that. I was like, it'll be 8 hours. It's been closer to 16. Even when I try not to lie to myself, I'm still lying to myself. Anyway, I am in significantly better cheer and feeling a lot more hopeful of this entire patch temporary fix while I wait for the proper exhaust that is ordered for this to show up. And I'm glad I stopped and took a break because I was freaking out. And I started all of this because we went on a trip to Wentworth, and I'm just starting to feel bad needing other people to continuously drive me everywhere because my car is always out of commission awaiting parts. It's just a lot easier to go mountain biking on a whim when you've got a car that you can take places. Okay, I'm gonna try and finish this. You won't know if it worked or not until probably the next upload.